Once your file is set up, you are ready to begin creating your logo design. So I'm just going to double check my sketches are locked. Layer 2 is where I'm actually going to start working. And I can use all of the tools that we've previously gone over. So for example, I can use the ellipse tool if I'm going to make this tomato. I can adjust it however I need to adjust it. Let me go back to the selection tool to drag it around. And I'm gonna change the fill color to red because it's a tomato. But now I can't see the rest of the design. So I'm actually gonna go into layer 2 and I'm gonna turn off the eye on the ellipse. So now I'm gonna go to my pen tool and actually make whoops, I didn't complete that, so I'm going to do Control Z and then make sure that I get that circle, complete my shape, and then I can go to my direct selection tool, the white one, to kind of adjust it. And if it's hard for me to see exactly where I want it to line up, I can always flip it to just the outline and then put it back later. I could also change the opacity if that would help you. So let me show you how to do that real quick. Over on transparency, I could change this to like 35%, so now I can see that. So either way works, you know, it's whatever's easiest for you in order to draw over top of it. So again, I'm gonna make that disappear. When I'm ready to start doing my letters, I'm gonna go to the type tool. Again, it pops up with lorem ipsum. I'm looking for the letter E. I'm going to highlight this. On my keyboard, I'm doing Shift, Control, and the caret keys. And on the right is gonna make it bigger, and on the left is gonna make it smaller. But this will just let me see my, my letter better. Under character, if you're not seeing this, you can actually just click on the word character and then it'll pop up. Mine, of course, is showing up on the screen, so I can change my font. Maybe I want Onyx, maybe I don't. I'm gonna go to the selection tool. Holding Alt on my keyboard, I'm gonna click and then I'm gonna click and drag it out. And now I can change my font to something else. Let me see. Oh, the brush script, that kind of looks like that. I'm gonna do, whoops, I was holding Shift and not Alt. Alt to drag it out. And then I'm gonna go to another type of E that I might wanna try, right? Hold Alt, drag it out. And I can do as many of these as I need to determine what my my end font is, right? So then once I've got a whole bunch of options here, I can look at them and kind of go, that doesn't really read as an E very well, but I kind of like that it's curly. Maybe I'm gonna cut this off a little bit. Like I don't like this kind of curl up, or maybe I like this, but maybe I want it to loop a little bit more, so I could adjust that. I don't really like this one, so I can just backspace delete that one. I don't really like this one, so I can just backspace delete that one. And then I'm left with the two that I am gonna, you know, mess with. So let's say I like this one, right? So I can, if I go outside of the square, oops, if I go outside of this, I can rotate it, right? And again, because I don't know how big this font is, like that's 90, but I only can go up to 72, so I could type some random numbers and see if it works, or like I did before, the Control Shift and the caret keys, and I can get it to be whatever size I want it to be visually without having to mess with numbers. And then kind of move that around however I want it. One thing to think about, or be aware of, I guess, is your final does not have to exactly match your sketches, right? Your sketches were quick and dirty. We want this to be nice and clean. We want our shapes to be beautiful. So, you know, instead of having like these sketchy lines, You can always adjust the shape. Maybe I want this to be a little bit bigger than what it is. So I can do that, and it's, oops, and it's okay that it is, right? It doesn't have to match perfectly. From here, right, if I start to like where things are, so for example, if I like where the half path is, I'm gonna go ahead and lock that. If I like where this ellipse is, I can lock it. You should be making a new shape for every color change that you need. So for example, I need this to be a different color. Oops, I went into, if you double click into it, you're going into isolation mode and you just have to use these arrows to get back. I don't know why I double clicked, because I meant to double click the fill, I guess. So different color, different shape, right? If these were gonna be the same color, I could make this all one shape and that would be perfectly fine, okay? So from here, right, just kind of working through the shapes, and I'll do some more videos that will walk through some other things that you guys should be aware of.